Hello and welcome to the Mediocre Moms podcast. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Kait. Today we're going to just kind of really phone this one in, I think.
We are.
And yeah, it was spontaneous. We're not prepared, but This is going to be just how we normally talk on every Sunday.
Yeah, our Sunday chats.
Because we want to do this podcast monthly and we're well into the month.
You also had
I had some things.
You had an issue.
Yeah, we could talk about that. It was just funny because I haven't even talked to my friends about it. But I very spontaneously flew from Switzerland back home to New Jersey. So we got to see each other last week.
We did.
I knew my dad's health was really bad. And like Wednesday morning, my mom told me like she thinks we could be at the end. And so first I was going to come home Monday. Already, like by like a nice coincidence, my kids had the week off of school for like that next week. So Saturday, I was going to hand them over to my ex-husband, and they were going to spend the week with him. So like I was kind of free, and I'm reasonably loyal to United, and I have like their credit card, so I have enough points for like just me to fly, but it's like never enough to like fly the whole family. Like it takes it takes a lot of flying to get enough frequent flyer flyers, like frequent flyer points to like fly a whole family like that. And I want us all on the same reservation. I think we have to be with kids. So like the points almost can't be used unless I take a weird spontaneous solo trip. So that worked out great. I got to like, come home. Kids were already taken care of. And it was like $60 in taxes and fees for my flight, home. But then as Wednesday kept going and like the idea, like I was really anxious about it. And I decided like, I don't think I can just like sit around and wait until Monday. Like, what if I like, could I leave earlier? Like, and then I was like, I think I could just leave the next day. So, like my partner was already working from home that day. So not too much had to be arranged for Thursday. He just had to bring the kids to school in the morning. And then for Friday, we had to like extend daycare to be like until 5 p.m. But that was just like one call he made and he took care of that. And then Saturday he got to meet my ex-husband for the first time and do the kid handoff, which was actually pretty good because even though my ex is always so nice, I always have a lot of anxiety with that handoff, like that maybe he won't be nice or So like on Wednesday I got that call and Thursday morning, I was on the airplane.
Wow.
So that was a lot of talking. There's a lot of like background info there. He is still alive.
Yeah.
And he even had a birthday since then. So he's 71 now. I'm really glad I went then because like I Skyped with him on his birthday and he was way more tired, didn't want to talk. My mom said like, he won't talk to anyone else, just you.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, I'm lucky that I get to have like the like 5-minute like birthday chat. But like while I was there, like my mom said like, oh, we really like perked up with you getting here. And I arranged for like a lot of different cousins to come visit. My mom already had like a nice big dinner plan for his siblings. He has 6 siblings. One is away in Alaska, but all the others were there with spouses as relevant. And that was a really nice meal. Again, I was the only one in my generation there. Everyone got to see my dad that week when he was still very cognitive, very like awake, very like almost making us go like, are we overreacting? Is he fine? But he hasn't been to a doctor in like 10 years. Not quite, but he's kind of like given up on modern medicine. Mm-hmm. So we don't really know much about like his current health situation, but he's not able to like keep down even Gatorade, and the body can't stay alive very long like that. He's like skin and bones except for this huge stomach, which I think is a good chance that's mostly a tumor. But again, just like completely hypothesizing based on some symptoms and like talking to some nurses, like off the record, not like officially like examining him. But yeah, all that is happening, and it's a lot of like weird background info, but it's weird. It's sad. I haven't like told almost anyone because I know they're going to say, I'm so sorry. And I don't know what I'm supposed to say after that. Yeah. So yeah. Because part of me wants to be like, no, don't worry about it. He's the grumpy old man that like gave up on his own health a decade ago. So, like, and then it's a miracle he lived this long. Like, but I know that's not appropriate.
When you said except a big, and I was thinking, oh, she's going to say beard, but you said stomach. Because when I saw him that was the most jarring part because I'd never really seen him with a beard that big before. And I was like, oh, he's got a beard.
Oh, no, he did like, he's like ZZ Top, like, little beard, you know, he's just like, I mean, actually, I don't want to talk poorly about him, but, he's given up a lot of his hygiene, which I think a lot of old people do. Some of it's from like fear of falling down.
And I think also maybe energy too.
Yeah.
Which I understand.
Yeah, it is a really big one.
Yeah.
Because like, I think we know his heart was like at 20%, like 10 years ago. And like, yeah, like hot water. And he and I both take like hour-long, like scalding showers. Like, I don't know enough medicines to know, like, but I think that like lowers it makes you like, if the hot water and the blood pressure, I'm not going to say anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it basically just like kind of doesn't have the stamina to do it.
Yeah. I remember being like, and I'm not comparing myself to him at all, but I just remember being like, just either like sick or even like super pregnant or you know, and it's like, I just don't have the energy to get up and take a shower. I was like, it's like, I just rather go to sleep. So I've been there, so it's not like, not at his level, but it makes sense to me. Like, I get it.
Yeah. Like my mom tried, like him and also my grandmother, like before, like my poor mom, always the caretaker, like we'll try to get like him or her to like shower, not like immediately before, like we need to be somewhere and not smelling like a homeless person, but like a day or two before. And like they postpone it. And then it wears them out and they're too exhausted to go to the thing. Yeah. So, yeah.
I understand. Well, it was a terrible reason to see you, but I was so happy to see you.
I'm really happy how nicely it worked out. I literally never left my parents' house from when I arrived. Wednesday, I flew Thursday. So like Thursday afternoon, evening, the time difference, you know, you get to like arrive just a couple hours after you leave. Until like my flight home, I timed it so I flew home the red eye Saturday to Sunday, and my kids were coming in Sunday. So like I just kind of like stayed in the airport and like asked people for help and like how to like find the kids when they arrived, which was really nice to like meet them on like inside the airport, like right as they got in.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Because I think the only way to do that is to like have a flight that day too. Yeah.
Did they know, or was it like a surprise that you were waiting for them?
They knew. Yeah. I mean, definitely I needed Danielle. I needed to not like rush away. I needed him to like look for me and stuff.
Did they know that you were going to meet them at the airport when they came back? Or,
yeah. Yeah.
Well, that would have been a nice surprise. You're like,
yeah. Yeah, actually, so Daniela my ex-husband knew about this like family area. Like I thought he meant just like this little like playground like by the gates, but it was this like kind of like separate room, big room. Okay. Almost like a couple of rooms with like a bathroom, like a kitchen area with a microwave and some sinks and a bunch of different, like a lot of different toys, including like kind of like almost like a side room that was like about the size of this office and had like a second level put in. I would say so. Like the top was like a little clubhouse, and the bottom was like a little house and kitchen. Cute. Like super cute, like all toys and like tables, and like set up for like families to like heat up their food and kids to hang out. So we hung out there, and like again, I just on a red eye. So like, and I was kind of like, Danielle, I'm about done. And like we took the kids and left, and Danielle like stayed at Zurich Airport. It was interesting to like meet someone at the gate because like it's not something you do anymore. So like arrival gates aren't published anywhere. Oh, yeah. You have to like ask. Yeah. And then I found out the weirdest thing. The arrival gates, like if you Google it, it'll say like arriving at gate, whatever, like A75. Maybe actually even been an A75. And then I found out from like the guy, the outside gates numbers are not the same as the inside gate numbers.
Why?
I don't know why. I do not know why.
That like makes
so he like, I don't know what he was doing on his side of the computer. Like said, okay, it's arriving at A75. I'm like, good, super, thanks. And he's like, wait, like that's the outside gate number. It's not the inside gate number. I'm like, what?
Oh.
What? And he's like, I know, it's weird. So he like, I guess on a map or something, like told me that like what the inside number is going to be, like from where I should go. Yeah. And even still, when I got there, it was like, I had to go like down it was actually, I asked someone like, oh, like, something, I just double checked, like when I got like closer to the area, and they said, oh yeah, but they'll come in downstairs. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, over there, go down. It's like roughly here, but downstairs. And so then I'm downstairs, and like, there's no, and I was like asking when I see, like, are you coming from Italy? Are you coming from Rome? And then like, finally someone said yes. And I'm like, I should hope they didn't already pass me. And like, but yeah, it was not, more difficult than I expected, but I was glad that I was able to do it. Yeah. So that was my week, Lisa. How was your week? We went on there for a while.
I had starting this past Monday, my week at work with the childcare has been hell on earth. I have a little guy. Okay,
so be careful. Don't say anything that can't get published.
I got 2 girls that I'm training, and then one I'm not sure how she feels about me, and one I know pretty much don't like me. And my boss is the kind of person who will implement a policy, and then if somebody new comes in and tries to go against it unknowingly, and I go to correct it, if they go to my boss, they'll just agree with them because she doesn't want to cause issues. So it's like, I try to correct them, I get a nasty look, and then I'm like, well, what's the point of even like really like trying to be like, no, this is a policy, when like, so I just look like a bitch. And then I have a kid in my class who his aggression is going to the next level. He's now trying to bite staff, bit me, it just escalates every day. And my boss wasn't there, and it was really frustrating. I'm in between doctors because I'm getting a new I decided to get a new primary because I'm sick of being my current primary telling me at every appointment I'm fat, and not just be like, hey, you gotta lose a couple pounds, but like fat shaming me. And be like, you don't want to be a person who has to get gastric bypass, do you? Like really driving the point home. So I decided to get a new one. I needed more blood pressure medicine, and I was like, oh, I'll just wait till my new doctor, because like,
I can't believe a doctor would even suggest or bring up gastric bypass.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know how strongly I feel against them, like, because a friend of our family died from the complications of one.
Yeah.
And like, it is such an like,
it's a major
of all the like, of all the like skinny surgeries, like the most dangerous one, like,
so like
I would honestly say like, it's like liposuction safer.
Oh yeah.
Like, and it's not like the gastric bypass isn't permanent either. And you're going to have complications for like the rest of your freaking life. I can't believe a doctor would even mention that to someone.
And like, I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm not at that level yet. Like, I'm not even flirting with that level, you know?
No, you're not.
So like, I'm in between doctors. I'm like, I'm not going to get new blood pressure meds because I don't want to see if this new doctor wants to try something different, whatever. And I'm getting chest pains to the point where like, I'm having to stop, take deep breaths, I just know why. I guess just rubbing it, and maybe mentally makes a placebo effect, and like it makes it better. Praying.
If it calms you down.
Yeah. Praying at night, like, please God, let me wake up in the morning, because I do not have a history of healthy hearts in my family. I had to call my old doctor back, which I did not like. If I felt defeated, I was like, I need more meds. I gotta get more meds. So she called him in, and I picked him up, and I have them now. But I'm like, I shouldn't be getting to this point.
No.
And when my boss
you need a doctor that like listens to you and you trust.
Yeah. And then when my boss would come back, he walked over to me, all smiles. How are you? And I just looked at her deadpan, and I said, it's been a hell of a week. I'm getting chest pains. And she just goes, okay, breathe. And not to mention that, I saw her around, she always likes to make the rounds and say hello to everyone. So I saw her about 10 o'clock in the morning. She was gone before noon. Her business.
Yeah, super.
Her business. But yeah. And what I'm kind of giggling at, and this is just mean, I don't care. But when another coworker said to me, oh my God, did you realize that another center is being built very close up the street from us? I was like, oh, that is? And she gave me a flyer, and they weren't advertising for enrollment because my boss knows about it. And she goes, I don't care. I don't worry about enrollment. Well, it was advertising for employees. And their
that's what she should be
rate
worried about.
is a hell of a lot higher than what she's paying people who've been there 10 years. So she should be worried about her losing employees, because why would anybody,
staff?
I mean, she still has to hire people. Why would anybody want to work for her when they can go literally up the street and make way more?
Yeah, having enough staff is a big problem here in Switzerland. Like, people can't even you can't find people to do.
What I don't understand is they were all there post-pandemic. I don't know where they are.
Here or there?
Anywhere.
I don't know either.
Everywhere I know is short-staffed.
Actually, I think a lot of it has to do with childcare. I think a lot of it has to do with
it's expensive.
If childcare costs about the same as I could make hourly, it doesn't make sense to work. Yep. You know, here it's $20 an hour. So if I'm not making at least $50 or $60 an hour for my 2 kids, it doesn't make sense for me, to take any job less than that. So, yeah. And meanwhile, also with the 2 kids, it's very hard to have a full-time job, like a 40-hour week job. So
I'm definitely not going to stay where I am. I'm definitely have to move, because my youngest is going to kindergarten next year, and I'll have 2 kids in 2 different schools. And that means 2 different bus schedules. And possibly even district wide, there will be days off. They'll have the same days off, but I kind of worry that there will be some days that Hannah will be home, but Abby will be at school, things like that. And same for Abby. So we'll see. I think Hannah's school has more days off than Abby's does.
Apologies for the barking in the background. That's Lavinia. Yeah. I don't have a dog.
I think it was a neighbor's dog.
Nope. No, that's my kids.
Oh, what I was going to say when we were trying
I have soundproofing on the door for the video people. We see, that's the microphone. Yeah, I have soundproofing, but it's just not enough.
Well, what I was going to say is as we were trying to start this podcast, I'm feverishly getting texts in the group chat with my mom, my sister, and my brother who lives in New Jersey, talking about Easter, which is a hot topic.
Yeah.
It's a hot topic because my 96-year-old grandmother is insisting that we cook a full meal. And we're like, no, let's just it. And Grandma, if you want to make one dish or one dessert, have at it. But let's get it catered. And Grandma's still throwing an argument out there. And my mom's and then my sister goes, by the way, I just ordered the catering.
Yes. That's your sister.
That's my sister. But you know what? Good for her. Yeah. I'm glad she did it. Because
get her over with. But this is the Italian side, yes? Easter is very important. I mean, in the Catholic faith, Easter is more important than any other day, including Christmas.
Yep. So
in practicality, it becomes a smaller thing for us. It's definitely a smaller thing, but yeah.
And so I was because the way Grandma functions is we have to arrive early before we sit down to eat, because we have to help now make the dinner. And then we have to, put it on the table, eat it. And then we are also required to completely clean up the dinner.
Yeah.
Which includes washing dishes, because she insists on her fine china, washing dishes, washing glasses.
It's an important day. It's for Jesus, Lisa.
And we're let's get paper plates. Really, the really nice ones.
Yeah.
And that is blasphemy.
Yeah.
And what I've also done to my grandmother is I found really, really tiny baby, little plastic ducks. And
I'm excited.
I've hidden them all over her house. I bought 220 of them. I still have some left. I have them upstairs. I couldn't.
So you started hiding them. Has she started finding them?
Yeah. Yes, she has. And I don't remember where this was exactly hidden, because I tried to hide. I know where she can and can't get to, because she's also a little short lady. So,
Sure. You should put them where she can see it but can't reach it.
There might be one that feel like that. So, hang on. And apparently she accidentally pulled down a curtain trying to get one. I don't remember hiding anyone near curtains, so I'm just going to say that's her fault.
Yeah.
But I called her this week because, like I said, I was having a really bad week, and I just love her so much. And I call her, and she answers the phone with, "I'm not talking to you." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Everywhere, look, there's ducks. There's ducks here. There's ducks there." So this is the bag that it came in, and this is how it's hidden so far.
Very good. Very good. And I approve of this.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're going to keep adding more. So like, even if she like thinks an area is duck free, it's not going to stay duck free.
They look like,
so yeah, like
they are tiny.
It's like the size of like a fingernail for our non-video listeners.
Maybe if my thumbnail was flat. I could. Yeah. That's bigger than my pinky. My thumb. My tiny thumb. Which, yeah. So they are all over. I put them in her purse. I put them in drawers, in jewelry boxes. Everywhere there's a picture of my grandfather, there's a duck.
So sweet.
Yeah. So I have more that will be hidden. And I hid a couple in the basement, because she has a second kitchen in the basement. And my mom's like, she really doesn't go down there as much as she used to. I said, well, they're for you to find now. And I put one the flour, one the sugar. And I said to my mom, I hid 2. And you're baking stuff. And I'm kind of worried you're going to accidentally like bake it. And she's, no, I won't. And I'm like,
oh, it would be very easy to accidentally bake it.
So I'm like,
and then it would like melt into like a weird choking hazard.
I was like, I'm going to have to call her.
Is she keeping them or is she throwing them away as she finds them?
Oh, I don't know. That's a very good question.
Because in the end, no one's gonna even know if they're all found if she's not like keeping count.
Yeah. We were at her house for my daughter's birthday because it's easier to bring the party to grandma than to have grandma.
Yeah,
it's easier because my house is a townhouse. It is nothing but. So I just bring the party to grandma's house, and then my sister kept finding them, and she was like collecting them, and she threw a bunch in my purse. So I got to go back. I got to put more in.
Why would she do that?
Because she was afraid my niece was going to get them and like choke on them and eat them.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
okay. If they were like low, how big is your niece?
She's September baby, so she's 2.5.
Okay, there's a decent reach there.
Yes, she'll officially be 2.5 next week. So
I remember once visiting your house when because our oldest are like only a few months, difference.
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess a little bit, but so you'd think that both of our houses would be equally baby proofed, but baby proofing for crawling age and baby proofing for walking age are like two different things. Because your house is baby proofed the first foot up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I need the first 3 feet up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was doing the same thing walking around, moving your remotes up a little bit, everything just goes a little higher, a little higher.
For Abby, that's how I got her to crawl. She wanted the remote, and I just put it just out of reach. She crawled. First, she crawled for the remote.
They know.
They do. Yep. And yesterday we hosted play date for her little bestie, who goes to a different school, so they don't get to see each other. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Lavinia's little bestie is 1 year older, and here they mix kindergartens, 2 different ages. So next year she'll be gone.
Does she have a new bestie in Switzerland?
She kind of has 2. So the one I'm talking about is 1 year older, and so we mixed really nicely with this family. They're Italian and German, so everyone in the family spoke Italian.
Oh, good.
And the mom spoke English with me, or Italian. And the older sister's the same as Savora, and the younger sister's the same as Lavinia, but 1 year older. Yeah. Not less than a year older, 6 months older, but that made her big kindergarten and Lavinia's little kindergarten. So they mix the 2 ages in kindergarten. So next year she'll be gone, and Lavinia will be one of the big kids, of the two ages they mix. She also has a friend that is her size, little kindergarten. Really sweet. Her mom's really nice. They speak, I think, Arabic.
Oh.
And so Lavinia's I don't want to say the little girl's name for privacy reasons, but let's say Sarah, but that's not her name's not Sarah. So nobody knows what language Sarah speaks is like what Lavinia says. Like she doesn't speak English, she doesn't speak German, she doesn't speak Italian. Like those are Lavinia's three. Like, and it's true. Like actually when Lavinia had her birthday party, like in September, so like right at the beginning, she was here and I had actually the mother of the other family, I said like the Italian German family, like helping me. Cause like, otherwise how do I even like talk to this group of small children? I can't tell them, okay, kids, now we're gonna blah, blah, whatever. Cause like their little kids barely even speak German. They speak like Swiss German. Mm-hmm. So, I had like an extra mom stay and help, but like no one could communicate with her. Like she doesn't speak English. She doesn't speak German. Like we're just like, no, but, actually even the kindergarten teacher, and I think I maybe told you this, but I don't think we said it on the pod, like that, like this is like Lavinia's little friend now and they get along really good, but like Lavinia is maturing faster and like will probably at some point be looking for different friends.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for little, I'll call her Sarah, but she's really sweet, but she just like, we cannot communicate. We cannot talk to her. She like might as well be a mute child. Like, it's like, there's no communicating with her. Yeah. Switzerland's a weird place with the languages. Like, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it is. Like, yeah. It's surprising that there's no like official like language for Switzerland.
There's three. There's three. We got one of those and we got two to spare.
It's like people saying I speak Swiss. Like nobody. My mother.
No, well, there's Swiss German, but even that's not even one language. This is really weird and complicated. It's something that like I had to ask a lot of questions to even partially understand. And I'll say that's where I am now. I partially understand it. Swiss German. So there's like, oh, they speak Swiss German. It's what, like in the German speaking part of Switzerland, but Swiss German isn't one language. Mm-hmm. It's like a family of dialects. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of like pick the words that most of the dialects use. And my partner Peter calls it like rounding the edges.
Oh God.
You know, like we have a pretty close to Italian speaking parts. So like we use a word closer to the Italian word for tissue rather than the German word for tissue. Mm-hmm. So like Fasolezzo rather than like in German, they call it like pocket napkin, but in German. And like, so, you know, if Peter was speaking to a different Swiss German speaking person, he would say pocket napkin. He wouldn't say like the more Italian word that we use that's this area's Swiss German. It's really overly like insanely complicated.
Oh my God.
And like that's what they kind of do it on the news too, right? Like a person who was from this area would speak this area's Swiss German if they were like broadcasting the news. But like if they had to say tissue, they wouldn't say the kind of a more almost Italian word that this version of Swiss German uses. They would use the like more like regular German like word like pocket tissue. Yeah, and of course they speak regular like the German they speak in Germany, like German or High German in school. So like Aurora is learning High German because she's learning German like in school as a second grader. But Lavinia spends her time in kindergarten and in daycare. Mm-hmm. And the daycare is like little kids that just speak Swiss German. So she's learning kind of like both.
Yeah.
And Aurora's learning regular German. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah. At first I was like, I wish like I'd met someone from the Italian speaking part of Switzerland. But one thing I will say is a lot of people here speak German and English.
Okay.
And in the Italian speaking part of Switzerland, I think they speak a lot of Italian and German.
Oh.
So as like, since I like prefer English if possible, I think like it's maybe better that I'm here. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And there's an English-speaking part of Switzerland, right? Or is my mistaken?
No, English, French, and German. Sorry, no, Italian, French, and German.
I was like, yes.
Not English. Sorry. I just said the wrong thing. Italian closer to the south, like Italy in the south. French to the west. Yeah, west, close to France. And German for like the German part is the biggest part, like north and east.
Okay.
And there's a very small part that speaks its own language, called Romansh, which is like a Latin language, like Italian and French.
Yeah.
But it sounds kind of German. It's a completely unique to Switzerland language, only spoken like in this one like region. Like it'd be like if Hunterdon County like had its own language. Yeah. So
we should have you do an episode of you talking about.
Yeah. Everyone, this is so fascinating. I'm already thinking like I have talked too long about this. This is insanely boring.
No, you're
okay.
And anybody who's thinking about vacationing or traveling to Switzerland.
Yeah, but like honestly, who is, right? Like unless you're coming here to ski, like if I'm gonna ramble on about like the weird things, I should ramble on about Italy. At least people care about like Americans, like English speaking people, like traveling to Italy. I think a lot of people come to Switzerland.
This is my goal, and it's really mean on my part, and I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. My goal is to come to Switzerland, just me, visit you, and I want to like take like. What are those? I don't know what they're called. But the Instagram photos of us, like, kind of like where we are at like the Lint Factory.
Yeah. Yeah. The Lint Factory. I was going to say like,
that is
like Italy's better in terms of the food and the pastry. I can't, but like Switzerland, like what we got is cheese and chocolate and we're proud of it. So what else do you need? What do you need?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So the chocolate is like really good. Like my mom isn't like a huge chocolate person, but since I've been bringing home Swiss chocolate, she was like, oh, maybe I just only like fancy chocolate. Maybe I've just never had good chocolate. So
she's a bougie bitch now. She doesn't know it. She always probably was on the inside. She just didn't know it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so easy to get bougie. I mean, like I'm bougie for coffee. It's like Italy spoiled me there. Yeah. And now chocolate too. Like if I eat like I don't know, like a chocolate coin or something, I'm like, oh, this is barely. This is not really chocolate. This is this is a chocolate flavored wax.
I gave for when I had my it was like just my aunt's little party. It was just my mom, my grandmother, my sister, and her family, and my brother and his fiance. But like I wanted it to feel Barbie themed because that was the theme. So I made like a little favor thing. And it's just like a cup that had Barbie on it. I put some sparkle sunglasses in there. I was like, I just need something else. So I got a bag of chocolate coins and I put them in.
That's nice.
And my freaking niece, I love this girl. She sat there and opened up every coin and just ate it. And my sister's like, she loves chocolate. She has to have chocolate every day. And I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, I tried to give her like a chocolate chip cookie and it was not good enough. She needed like a thing of chocolate, like a little like bar or whatever of chocolate.
I don't let my kids have chocolate every day. They would like it every day too.
Yeah. So I was like, I think for her birthday, I'm going to get her a bag of the Hershey's miniatures, the little chocolate.
Perfect.
And she can have her chocolate every day.
Actually, today we made a birthday cake for the cat.
Yes.
She turned 11 about this week because we don't have an exact birthday for her. But you know how like me and my kids, we all have the same birthday in the same week in September. So like there's a lot of birthday cake in that 1 week. Kind of get sick of it by the end. Yeah. And then like even my partner Peter's birthday is like Christmas week. So like we're not normally like making extra desserts for his birthday. At least like the one we spent together, we didn't. We went to New York City and ate a lot of delicious things, but like not a birthday cake. So like I like birthday cake and I want to have it, one time besides that 1 week in September. Mm-hmm. So we made a birthday cake, just a cake mix. And I didn't even make 2 rounds. I made like the sheet. So like it was super, super easy. So we're gonna have some birthday cake. But like I'm thinking like timing wise, like Easter's really, really soon. And we still like have Christmas candy. The kids still like have a candy bag each. And like now we just made a cake, which like I was kind of like, we don't really need this, but like the kids knew like Stella's birthday because it's like they know it's their half birthday. Like it's their half birthday and Stella's birthday all together. And so we like do this weird little birthday cake thing and like so many sweets. But we'll be okay. We'll manage.
Did you start buying there? Or didn't you?
Yeah, I ordered a couple like things, like things to color and stuff to put in. Gotta whisper now. Gotta have to whisper because the Easter bunny stuff. Yeah. And like I brought up the big like Easter bin, like the big bin for Easter. And like I haven't looked in it yet to like pull out anything the kids are not supposed to see. So I still like I'm just waiting for them to like open into it and like me see something that like is supposed to be secret and just like the castle of lives I've built up just gonna crash down.
So like that's what I usually do for a long is everything's hidden in the trunk of my car.
Oh.
And then I bring it in and I start doing that with Easter. I had a bag.
I'd be worried about chocolate melting.
Well, it was pretty cold. And I said to my husband at one point, it's like, he's like, why is the grocery bill so high? I'm like, as I go, I grab a couple bags of candy or I grab this. And he goes, I would take that out of the car because it is starting to get warm. And I was like, Eric. So I had to like wait until everyone's distracted and like casually take my car, get like 2 grocery bags, la la la. Nobody sees me. Hide them in my closet.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought like the things because they should take forever to ship and they're like up there. And window stickies. We love window stickies. We just took down our snowflakes.
Yeah.
Like yesterday. Because like I took down Christmas stuff, but like, the snowflakes I thought were nice and like to keep for January into February, but they made it into March. Not proud of that, but they were pretty and they're just snowflakes. My partner's skiing right now. That's where Peter is today. He went skiing. For candy, I'm a little nervous about this because like past couple of years I've gotten stuff in Switzerland and like it's been very special and unique for them in Italy. Now they see the freaking stuff when we walk in the grocery store. It's like the whole front of the grocery store is chocolate and Easter chocolate specifically. And actually like both the 2 supermarket chains had a thing where they like gave us a picture and the kids colored it. When they brought it in color, they got like a chocolate bunny. And like, I don't know how to say, like, it's like a decent size, like 40 grams. What that means to anyone listening, like a decent sized chocolate bunny, And the one they got for the second one, we just did this yesterday. They got from one of the brands, the bunnies all have names, and there's a bunny Lisa. And she's the pretty one with the pink bow.
Of course.
So they, in exchange for coloring these little pictures yesterday, they each got a Lisa chocolate bunny. Last year, their like main centerpiece chocolate was a Lisa bunny. And they remember, they were talking about it. They were like, oh, the bow is like, I think it's like marzipan. They're like, the bow's not very good. It's pretty, but it doesn't taste good. They were like talking about like how they already know because they've already had a Lisa bunny. And I don't know if they remember if it was like an Easter bunny thing or a mommy thing.
Oh, God.
Because it was like, I don't know. I don't think they're looking for holes, They're not looking to tear it down. Yeah. Like, I think if they really thought about it, especially the 8-year-old, if she really thought about it, I think she would have questions.
I'm really that.
Questions,
and I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah. So that's basically where I am now, where it's like, well, shoot, like, is it okay for me to get these bunnies that they're like seeing when we go in the grocery store? Or do I like have to go to a different store and get like something different? Or is it okay? Like, do they just think the bunny also shops at Coop? Maybe they think that, yeah.
I've gotten a bunch of chocolate. I usually do the chocolate bunny in the basket. And then I do candy in the eggs. But the basket is mostly stuff. And except for the chocolate bunny. Because I feel like, when I grew up, and my mom did a wonderful job. It was chocolate upon chocolate upon chocolate.
Me too.
And I'm like, I feel like they have to have the chocolate bunny. That's just American classic Easter.
Yeah.
And we'll do chocolate in the eggs, but like the basket's really stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, because I like the chocolate bunny. They also expect a big hollow egg with a toy inside.
Yeah, that's
like a big European classic. A European, I think.
Oh, okay.
But expect definitely Italy, for sure. We as adults would be given them too. Hello. We have a special guest appearance. You can come over. I'm on the phone with Lisa. Hi, that's Aurora.
you.
Everything okay? You just bored.
Sabrina doesn't want to play with me. That's because she doesn't know how to do a jump rope.
Okay, well then pick something else to play because I'm still talking with Aunt Lisa.
How long won't you make the cake?
We'll probably talk for like 15, 20 more minutes and then we can finish the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you close the door when you leave?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. She's in good mode. Most of the time she's in good mode. Sometimes she goes into teenager mode.
Yeah. Abby, we had our little play date yesterday. And from what my husband and I can understand, in New Jersey, at the very, at least I'm not talking about everywhere else, but like she is outgrown the car seat. We don't need anything in the car for her anymore. She's outgrown. And said, well, she's in his car. He prefers her in the seat. And it's like, that's your prerogative. I don't care. She's not being seat in my car. I'm not, it's not an argument, And her friend's over. And her friend's like, well, I don't need a car seat anymore. And they're the same age. And everybody's like, I do. Because my parents, they overprotect me. Like, look at that, attitude.
Ours are in like booster seats that use the regular seatbelt strap. And I was thinking the same thing. Like, I wonder if Aurora actually even needs it anymore. But like, it feels like she's just like probably more comfortable in it. I don't know.
I mean, I'd say Google it. That's the only way I figured it out.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know that New Jersey. Okay, so if Abby's big enough, then Aurora is big enough. Must be big enough. So is it by age or weight? Both. Yeah. So that would be nice actually, because that would mean that like at least when we're home in New Jersey, we just need one car seat, because when you have to squeeze one person between two car seats, it's like insanely uncomfortable.
My husband has a Nissan Rogue, and we took Abby and her friend and Hannah, the youngest, to the park to like burn energy because they really needed to burn energy. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't fit the friend in between Hannah and Abby's car seats. So Abby didn't have to ride on one while she was then, because like it was like logistics. Like it is really tight.
Yeah, like we've done it for like a big family party or something, like for like Christmas, like we all squeeze in. Yeah. Yeah, like because actually my dad doesn't leave the house much, but like when Peter was with us, two people in the front, and then well, not Peter in the back because he's too long. Yeah, but then it's like either me or my mom like squeezing between those two car seats. And it's my mom was a Subaru. Like, I don't know, like but yeah, like to have one car seat would be a lot more comfortable to have to squeeze 5 people in a car. Yeah. So that'll be good. Yeah, then Aurora can be in just one, although she won't be in New Jersey for a while. Yeah, because this summer we're going to go to Florida, and next Christmas she is with her father. So it'll be like a more than a year from now. Yes, sweetheart? Use a normal voice? I don't understand whiny voice. Okay, I'm talking to Lisa for now, but when I'm done, we'll decorate the cake. You look beautiful. That's the other one. You couldn't see, but she had her pink gloves from her Princess Peach carnival costume on. She looked very fancy.
She's ready to decorate a cake in style.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how dark it was because I didn't have the light on in here.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what time is it there? So if it's 2:30 here, it should normally it would be 8:30 there, but it's actually 9:30, isn't it? Because of the time difference. Yeah. Time difference is fun. Yeah. Actually, for any of our viewers, I make YouTube videos, and I just got 2 ready. One is about like disc binding, like discs, whichever they're.
That is so cool.
They are really cool. Check out my video.
I will.
But then the other one is about like red eye flights, and like I was like, I know this is boring, but like first of all, we have to talk about time zones. So you like, because it's like it's a key part to the red eyes, like why they happen and what's going on. Yeah. Can you get those? I'm so sorry. I'm so distracted by the discs. Oh yeah, the discs are really cool. Check out my video. I'm gonna. Okay, I know I need to make sure I link to my like YouTube from our show notes stuff, but yeah, they can get them on Amazon. So like I bought 3 things to make this happen. I got the discs
that will need discs.
So I bought discs, and I think it's like the perfect thing for printables. I got dividers to kind of like add some like strength to the front and the back.
Okay.
So this way I could make my own covers. This is a cover I made.
I love it.
Because you could also like buy like a solid color cover. But I liked it was clear and like so it's like a divide. The first divider I just have is like the cover. Sorry. And then I had and then there's a hole punch. So it's I have all the stuff out because I just made the video. But so you need to punch holes that are like little mushrooms.
Okay.
For like the discs to kind of snap into, and then they just kind of like it just kind of snaps right in. Like
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's like so you have to buy the hole punch, which is like the most expensive thing. It's like $40 for the nicer one, like that that'll do like a bunch of pages at once.
Yeah.
And so like here I just added those couple extra pages. They just snap right in, and they won't come off unless you it won't come off by itself. But if you want it to come off, it's like really easy.
Oh my gosh.
Video coming up in another week.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, it'll probably be around the same time as I get this up and edited. Yeah,
perfect. I love that.
Yeah, but yeah. So, yeah, I was just thinking a lot about red eyes and discs because I made those 2 videos this week.
Is that oh my god, Hannah's hair. I'll show you guys and the people. It's next level. No, sit up.
So, okay, you ask your question and then we'll talk about kid hair.
Oh.
Okay.
Is the red eye video the one you made at your parents'? Wait.
No, I made it Friday.
Oh.
But I was thinking about it when I was flying home a week ago.
Look at this.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
We're going to be taming tonight.
So what we do what we call a sleeping braid because I was like, it was taking so much time every morning to brush out their hair.
That's a good idea.
That I brush it out at night and I put it in a braid with like no elastic at the head, just an elastic at the end of the braid. So it's like very soft here, but
you want to go?
And that has taken a lot of time off our morning routine. Like,
do you want to go sleep in a braid? And on an Elsa braid?
Yeah, like an Elsa braid.
Okay. We have to put bubbles in your ear.
Does she have an ear infection?
She has.
Are your ears okay, honey?
She has ear tubes, and one of the tubes is clogged, and so we have to put eardrops in. And the doctor said that it's like a bubbling because I said the first drops you gave me, she was like, you thought I was murdering her. And she's like, well, these are less bubbly. She still acts like we're murdering her, but like we need to unclog the tube. So you're going to get bubbles.
What are the ear tubes? Because my cousin's kids both have them. Mm-hmm. What is the tubes? What is that?
So they cut I think they believe they cut a hole in your eardrum and they put in a tube because for her situation was we had ear infection after ear infection after ear infection.
Yeah.
She would get them. She'd get like 102 fevers and stuff. And so the last time we went to the one time we went to the doctor, he's like, all right, she's done. She's flagged. We're sending her to an ENT. The ENT said, yeah. And so what the tubes are doing is they're draining the pus that causes the infection. Oh. So there's less, it doesn't cure ear infections for her, but they're less likely to happen. I mean, or happen as often as they were. And, they just like, as her eardrum grows, like and heals, like it just slowly pushes the tube out and then she won't need them anymore and she'll be fine. So one tube is starting to wiggle out and the other tube is clogged. So we have, and ever since we got the tubes and my husband and I brought her to the doctor together, we said like she complains about sound. Now, she complains, God forbid, I get water in her ears while I'm trying to wash her hair. Again, she acts like she's dying. And they're like, yeah, it's normal. Great.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize it was something that naturally pushes itself out. Well, just one day, like a straw fall out of her ear? Like what?
Super tiny. Like they're like, you may not even see it. Like it just when it falls out, because it'll likely fall out while she's sleeping. Because it's really tiny. But they're like, yeah, it's just, and there are cases where kids, like, they don't come out and then they have to be surgically removed again. But the tube surgery itself, she found the deck that I left out. the tube itself, which was, she had to be completely sedated. It was an operation, was 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was
okay.
So it was really quick.
Right.
The worst part for us was her post-op, where she was coming out of anesthesia, and she ripped out her IV and was screaming and ranting and raving, and I'm holding the IV as it's squirting all over me. There's blood coming from her hand, and I'm like, Brian, can you buzz, hit the buzzer. Hit the buzzer. And the only way to the nurse came in, she was like, if she ripped it out, it's fine. Like, it's okay. And the only way to calm her down was we got her naked.
Interesting.
She's a weirdo. Right, Hannah?
I just saw a doctor for the first time here in Switzerland, and actually I really like her, and she's like has a big focus on like women health.
Oh, I love that.
And like actually someone told me like how amazing she was, and I was like, give me your name. I need a doctor. Give me your name. Because like I had like some like weird miscellaneous symptoms that seemed maybe hormonal.
Yeah.
And like she took them seriously. And that's
awesome.
Really, really nice. Yeah, like I'm losing eyelashes. I don't know if you could tell that. Like I've got like almost no eyelashes.
Yeah.
Which is like my mom doesn't have a lot of eyelashes either, but like she's post-menopause.
Yeah.
And I'm 38. I should still have some years before I start menopause. Like, why are my eyelashes? And this weird like rash on my eye. But she actually it was cleared up when I went, and she said it sounded like COVID. And I'm like, oh shoot, was I running around with COVID all Christmas? Because I guess like the newest COVID has like an eye rash or eye infection with it. I did not know these things. I feel bad that I didn't know, but I've had it since like Christmas, and now it's late March. So I'm thinking I haven't been running around for COVID for 3 months, but I don't know. But anyway, she ordered like the works on blood work, like everything. But like I can't give blood very easily. So I had this like 12-year-old girl taking the blood work, and I like wanted to almost be like, maybe like but it would be too mean for me to say like, I don't think you can handle this.
Yeah.
But she could not handle it. She so I have really deep veins, really small veins, and even though I drink tons of water, and I drank a lot that morning, it just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Like now from experience, I know that like if I start to faint, they stop. They won't take your blood like if you faint. So if I feel like I'm fainting, I don't say anything because I don't want them to stop and start over again, because it's so hard to get started. So she's in there, and like she gets it. And like I look over, and she barely speaks English. But I asked like, did you get it? And she showed me the full vial, and I'm like, oh good. And she's like, no. And then she showed me the second vial, because like I needed like one normal size and one little one. And she showed me the little one. I was like, no. And then like, so she called over like the older nurse, who's like, you know, our age. Cause she's like 12. I think it's like an internship. I don't know. But she looks like my daughter's age. But the older one, like, but that like walks over, like, I think like she like shoved the candy like in my mouth. Cause again, I'm like about to faint. And then like put my feet up, and then like, are you ready yet? Cause they won't stab you if you're fainting.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, I hate giving blood. I really hate giving blood. So yeah. Same thing as like, yeah, you'd think I had like a bunch of IVs. I'm like, well, both of them bruised me. Yeah. Even the second one.
That was the one thing that my former something stuck in the couch. We'll go get it. My former doctor said that I did find very useful. She goes, if I order blood work and it says fasting, that does not mean it includes water. She goes, drink water, drink.
Oh yeah, drink water.
Those veins up. And I was like, okay. So like,
they started to yell at me for not eating breakfast, and I was like, I wasn't supposed to. And they're like, oh wait, let me check here. And I'm like, wait a minute, you just fed me a candy. Like, is that okay? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, no. I would expect the same from my new doctors to get more blood work done. I'm just worried that
I'm really curious what I end up paying for blood work. Because like, yeah, in Italy, like where I've been living for 13 years, everything's like state healthcare system. You're pretty good. then before that, I was in the US. I worked for Adobe. I had like amazing health insurance. I had like a health fund that paid for like everything up to the first like 10,000 a year. So like I never paid for anything, even like a massage. And then like before that, I was on like my dad's union, like insurance. It's like a, young person, like a kid. But, so this is my first time being on like shitty insurance I pay for myself with like a high deductible. And I'm like, oh, so like I pay for everything until the deductible's done. So, yeah, I'm curious how expensive that blood work's going to be.
I'm just worried that they're going to tell me that I have diabetes.
Oh,
that's like in the back of my head. Because I had it gestationally twice, which puts you at a higher risk for getting it later on in life.
Sure.
And I know like these family members are far, like they're far enough that like their history really wouldn't count too much. But to me, it's still a little concerning that I have two cousins who are my age, or one's more my brother's age, but we'll just say my generation, who are both type 1 diabetics with insulin pumps right now. Like that's, yeah, so that,
yeah.
So yeah. So I'm just about that.
Sure. I mean, honestly, it seems like everyone by the time they get to our like 60s has diabetes, it feels like.
Yeah.
So
I lived with it before.
Knock on wood.
And I tell myself this is not fun.
Sucks.
I won't let this happen. But like, I will say gestational diabetes, you have to be way, way, way stricter about your sugar levels. And you have to be way stricter about how many carbs you eat. And you have to be way stricter about when you have gestational diabetes, not only are you restricted in your diet, you are also basically put on a feeding schedule. If it's not time to eat, I can't eat. Doesn't matter if you're hungry, can't eat. So like that part also wasn't fun, being pregnant and like 9 months pregnant. And you know what it's like to be hungry 9 months pregnant. Like you are ravenous. And having somebody
like almost like a compulsion. Yeah.
Yeah. It's somebody like, no, you can't eat. Not time. Gotta wait another 2 hours.
I mean, yeah, I was seeing you when I came home with Aurora, and you were super pregnant and not able to like eat anything.
Nope. Yeah, you were at my baby shower. They're like, "Do you want cake? Can't have it. Can't have it. Sorry."
Yeah. Also at my baby shower, which was but Aurora was already born. We did it like after she was born, and like you were like you ate like I don't.
I remember that because I remember I was talking to my mom about something, and I said, "Yeah, I got invited to your baby shower," and my mom goes, "Kate's home?" And I was like, "Well, yeah," and she didn't realize that you came back, and she probably sent you an emergency invitation.
Well, I don't remember. No, I think she knew. I think I was invited.
I don't remember. I just remember like
I don't remember either.
Like the toner, or like you weren't back yet, but I got like Aurora's baby shower invitation or whatever. Hannah. Hannah, stop. Do that on the carpet. Do that on the carpet. She has all the ducks in a plastic.
Oh, she has the ducks.
Yeah, they're all in a plastic bucket. So she's just like, having sensory play with them. I'm ready just to jump up and just dump them on the carpet. Play with them. I don't care, but just play with them on the carpet.
Yeah.
Hey, play with these. There you go. Play with them on the carpet.
But speaking of audio quality, we've been recording an hour. Yes. I think it should be. So probably could start wrapping it up. Also, my kids will continue to bang down the door to decorate that cake.
He's going to sit here and bother me until I'm like, "Do you want to go eat breakfast?" And then she's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, that's what gets me. The weekends, my kids are pretty good at like entertaining themselves until they're like, "I'm hungry."
I saw something and I was like, "Should I send this to Kate?" Because I'm like, it would go very well with your make your own breakfast weekends. Because it's
they don't really do that anymore.
No?
We tend to have breakfast like all together. Yeah, so they just kind of like have tablet time until they're like too hungry and wake us up.
It was like this lady found this like spout she put in her milk container, so they just have to like push against it and it fills their cups. I was like, that is pretty cool.
They can. They're 5 and 8. They can pour milk. Okay.
I don't know.
I think that might be Peter too. So, hello. All right. All the things are happening. I think I might say goodbye.
We're getting all the signs.
It was lovely talking with you and potting with you.
Yes.
Yeah. We glad we got to catch up.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.